I was just thinking that I probably should have done some posts on the social medias, but it's too late now. We're already
I
live.
guess. We
Hey
are.
everybody, welcome back to episode 49 of Read This Way. It is winter in Australia and it's goddamn cold.
Yeah, it is. And I've just realized that it's really weird because it looks like I'm like next to you. The black panel.
Yeah.
Just need to squeeze those together. And then it'll look good.
What if we there we go.
One
How's that?
of these days. Yeah, one of these days we'll be in the same room when we do
It
this.
looks yeah. If I
good.
hang on, wait.
What?
There we go. Yeah, the magic. Oh man, we're off to a good start.
Good start. So relaxed.
Right. I don't have a huge amount of news. What about you?
No, just some disgusting news and
oh yeah, that's right. The thing you told me that I forgot about already.
Man, it was like 10 minutes ago. I told you about that.
Oh, it's been a long day.
Yeah. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
I say, but I've only been at work one day this week.
I know. Well, not for me, but still. That bodes well, doesn't it?
Yep. That's a good start. Right. Well, I'll jump straight off the bat. So our good friend Osamu Tezuka, I say good friend, he's passed away quite a while back.
Wait, no, you can't jump straight into news.
Why not?
We gotta because we gotta do this.
He didn't catch me out this time.
Nah.
Okay, well you can start the news now.
No, but you
you can. No, you stopped me halfway through, and now I'm all like, okay. So,
gave in so easily.
I know. You look so sleepy, man.
I am.
I feel bad for you. So Osamu Tezuka's classic manga series Black Jack, which I don't know if you're familiar with. It was a little bit before your time. There was an anime.
Is that the doctor with the stitch face?
Yeah, the surgeon with the stitch face. He's quite famous.
Yeah. I tried getting into the anime a little while ago. Yeah. I much prefer Dororo and Astro Boy.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a lot of titles.
Was it Dororo?
So,
yeah.
That's a great series, though. That's pure shonen.
Have you seen? Actually, you were getting a little bit off topic, but have you seen the anime-ish recent adaptation that recent-ish they did?
I haven't. I've seen the movie, but I haven't seen. So there's a live-action movie. If you haven't seen that, hey Jack, he's back. Black Jack.
No, he's because he's making a joke.
I know he's trying to do a joke, but it's not funny. Sorry.
I'm already like preempting there. Hey man, screw you.
So they're bringing back Black Jack. I keep going to say Jack Black, and I so hard.
Oh my god!
If they prompt myself.
If they did a live action Blackjack with Jack Black, I would be all in.
I'd be down.
It wouldn't match very well, but I'd be down.
He would play it so straight though,
just for the meme.
Yeah, just for the fun of it. So Tezuka Productions, who is there's the family members that are still left that run.
I was gonna say, is anyone still?
Yeah, the family still runs the company, Tezuka Productions, and they hold everything very close to their chest. So anytime you see anything, well, this is their idea. So it's coming straight out of Tezuka Productions.
I stand by what I said.
Yeah. So for the 50th anniversary of Blackjack's manga series, they will be utilizing a variation of ChatGPT 4 to create a new manga using all the Tezuka material they have and feeding it back into the machine.
No thanks.
Now, both there's a lot of elements of this that make me both very sick and a little bit curious, because Tezuka was so so much on the forefront of AI and sci-fi. This is a relatively interesting combination, but at the same time, ChatGPT is not AI. It's just
Yeah.
really smart programming. So it kind of makes me feel a little bit sick that it's just trying to copy what he has done instead of taking influence from what he does. So what would be spectacular is if there's actually an AI that went, you know what, I really like Tezuka. I'm going to write a story using his characters, but just as an influence, not as actual content. So what they're going to end up with is something that's going to have to be heavily edited. So this is, I would say, a title that's going to be more the editor's story than the AI story.
And you
they'll
know
probably
what?
just use the AI for the art.
The editor probably won't get
The
any
credit.
of the credit. They also
Yep.
probably won't get paid anywhere near as much as they should. You know, all the things that's wrong with the AI boom in the art field.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much of it
It's like what
that's floating around.
the writer strike in America is part of what they're striking about is the use of the AI writing to basically cut them out of a job.
Yeah.
And here we are in Japan. Tezuka Productions are basically doing just that. And if they are planning on selling the like whatever
Well,
this
it's
program
technically their
shits out,
material. So this is where the line is blurred a little bit, because they're not stealing any content.
no, but technically they are.
But they're not, because it's their content.
It's not. It's Tezuka's.
They now own Tezuka. So it's their product.
They own his soul.
Essentially, everything he has left behind, they now own, which means they can
You
technically
know what?
do whatever they want with it.
You know what I mean. No one's
I
actually
know.
gonna be working on it.
Well, there will be. This is
Well,
the thing. There is no
maybe.
way in hell that the end product is going to be feed it in, out it comes. It's just
I kind of hope.
it's
I kind of hope
impossible.
that it does, and that it's just god awful.
Because
then that's the end of it.
If it came out the other end as hot garbage and it just made me laugh, I'd buy it.
No,
Because
that's what they want,
just,
Logan.
I know, but it's, if that's how it works, then it would be an interesting thing. But what's going to happen is they're going to feed this stuff into the computer. It's going to come out the other end not making any sense. And then some poor schlob is going to have to make it make sense. And then they're going to release it as the technical marvel that it was. It's rubbish. The idea of it just really annoys me. I get that they're trying to, bridge that technology and human element, which is what Tezuka did with Astro Boy. That content and that world building that he created in that was that very interesting, trying to blend AI into human society. This is not that.
Yeah.
This is not that. This is just some sort of farce that they've come up with.
If they Makoto should just fucking buckle down, learn from his father's works and do something instead. It's kind of lazy as well
Yeah.
as disrespectful.
Yeah, it's the same syndrome that most could you imagine being his son or even relative and producing content? It
Yeah,
would be a freaking nightmare.
I mean he does
Like,
though.
you look at John Lennon's
He
kids.
he's a director, and he also actually all he's done is direct the anime for Blackjack and Akumon,
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
and he was also the top supervisor on Pluto and Atom the beginning.
Supervision on Pluto. Bullcrap. He didn't have crap to do with that series.
No, he was
It's
the
just
top
it's
supervisor.
just him putting his finger there going, this, don't forget, this is my content. You got to pay me. So you got to put my name in there. Man. Here we are, talking shit about some guy we don't know.
I know, right?
I don't know. Maybe he's a really nice guy and he really is trying to protect and control how the content is used. But when it comes down to it, Suzuka is history, and the history that it is should kind of be left alone.
I
The only
can't
time that they
find
should let
any
it go
more.
is if someone's making brand new content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't find any more information on the other chair people. Sorry, directors.
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
or the chairman, to be honest. So there's two Tezukas on as the directors, Rumiko and Makoto, but there's like no information on Rumiko and the other two people. No idea who they are either. So yeah. It's weird.
Wait a minute. He did postscript on volume 2 of the manga. I don't know what that means.
He also announced that he would complete Legend of the Forest, his father's final unfinished work, which was movie in 2014.
Okay.
But I can't say that I know that one.
Maybe he should leave that to someone else.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I think
There's only, after Tezuka's death, there's only been two things that I've seen that hold up in his name.
yeah.
One is Pluto.
Was it the Astro Boy remake by DreamWorks? Was it DreamWorks? It wasn't DreamWorks, was it?
No, but that animation company was really good. I like this.
I actually really like it. I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
That was like 2009.
Yeah, yeah, that company's actually shut down.
Yeah,
they were about to do a GeForce, a movie for GeForce, which looked, I saw some video footage from it. It looked phenomenal because it was really dark, like the original manga series was, versus the the mid 80s cartoon that they made from it.
Oh wow, yeah, they did two movies, and then went belly up. That sucks.
Yeah, they did one of the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, and then they did the Astro Boy one, and then they disappeared.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to Tezuka. So you had Pluto. Yeah, no, that's right. You had Pluto, and then you had Metropolis. Now, Metropolis was in the similar vein to AI. So you remember AI, the film, directed by Steven Spielberg, which was originally written by Stanley Kubrick.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a very similar scenario where Tezuka's written the story and had planned to make a film, but the film was finished by someone else. That someone else just happened to be Otomo Katsuhira, who is, of course, Akira. And yeah, so that if nobody has watched that movie, which you should have because it is iconically beautiful, absolutely stunning film.
I don't know if I've actually seen it. I know of it. A little bit of a Haley Joel Osment fanboy.
Oh, did he do the voice work in that?
He was David. He was
Oh,
the
sorry,
young boy.
you're still talking about the other side. Okay, AI, yes. If you haven't
what do
seen
you?
that, you should watch it. I was talking about Metropolis. And I'm
Oh,
not
right.
talking about the old German film. I'm talking about
No, I've actually seen that.
yeah. The anime, essentially an anime adaptation of that original German story.
The 1927 movie. It's weird as shit.
It's not weird. It's just different.
Is kind of a fever dream, man.
Yeah, that's how it's meant to be. Filmmakers made a perfect idea of what that was meant to be. And it's still, even to today, that thing stands the test of time because it's a story that we still do. We're still doing it. We're still praising some freaking idol and going to work every day, and
humans aren't very
eventually
smart.
It all collapses and we start again, which is what both those films are about.
So hang on. Is the anime movie actually or is it like a reinterpretation of?
It's a reinterpretation of the same story.
Okay.
Except it's got
not
Tezuka's spin on it. So it's the idea of the integration of technology into human society, and you got the people who accept it and the people who don't accept it, and then things, of course, get heated and everything falls apart. Yeah.
Normal shit.
But it's beautiful. It's a really, really beautifully directed and animated film. So yes, so in the coming future, 50th anniversary of Blackjack, made by AI technology, I implore you to completely ignore it. That's my rant and rave for the day. You're next.
All right. Well, hang on. Shit. I didn't think you were gonna be finished.
Sorry. Oh, you thought I was just gonna talk the whole hour? I'm just gonna keep talking and talking.
Oh, I was trying to get up some of because there was a bunch of Viz drops or announcements for pre-orders and stuff that look really cool. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna
pre-orders. Are you goddamn? Just release it and let us buy it.
I know.
Yeah, just print enough for everyone instead of doing the whole, oh, I'm not sure if this is going to sell business.
Oh, give us your money now before we actually go to print. So the first one is we got the Spider-Man manga. Not the Doc Ock one.
I don't want to know about it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this one's a different one. It looks cool, I will admit. So this is one of the.
Osawa. Why does that name look familiar?
Hang on, I'll do a quick Google.
Yeah, I know you will. That's why I did it, to distract you.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Nothing. I don't know.
Not really.
Maybe it's just Yusuke. Maybe that name just fixed.
Yusuke.
Yeah.
He's done a Star Wars manga as well, I think.
Okay. Well, maybe he's not Japanese.
No, he's definitely Japanese.
He's Japanese. He's working for Marvel.
Yeah, but see, Marvel's actually dipping their toe into the Japanese market at the moment.
Well, they have to. It's dominating. It's absolutely destroying them. So Of course, they're having to dip their toe over there. It's just like
Um,
Disney. Disney are sticking their toe in the anime market too, right? So they know what's coming.
He's been around since 2012. I haven't heard of any of the series. Doctor Duo, Green Worlds, Kagare no Uta, Six Bullets, and then the Spider-Man, Star
Okay.
Wars, The Mandalorian, Star Wars Visions, and something else.
Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, so I don't know what the go is there, whether or not he's just like adapting the stories
Okay.
from the anime, or which kind of defeats the whole purpose of like what the anime was. Like it's a studio showcase.
Yeah. It looks like he's very good at adapting the manga styling for an American audience.
Mm. Call of the Night, but that one's not one of the
Well,
it's not one of the new titles that I wanted to talk about. Where are we? So the Food Wars,
One Piece.
One Piece original works coming to print now. So they've all been collated. So there's 6 original chapters to make up the one volume. They're really fun. It is literally just Food Wars based in like One Piece.
Yeah.
It's the same duo. The
Is it?
art's fantastic.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it extra horny, just like Food Wars was?
It's hornier than One Piece, but not as horny as Food Wars. It's like middle ground. And they do the Food Wars thing. They give you a full recipe and everything and how to cook it. It's great. Love it.
Nice.
Um,
I like it when they do stuff like that.
in the same vein, we've got the one that I'm really excited for. Boichi is adapting the Ace novels, and if you have read or seen the Boichi redraw chapter of Zoro versus Mihawk, dude, it's gonna be so good. Oh, or even if you've just read Doctor Stone or Sunken Rock, it's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be tasty.
Boichi's art is so tasty.
Now these are all English releases, are they?
Yeah,
This is being Viz.
This is all
yeah.
Viz, yeah. I'm kind of more interested in this one than the previous.
And an out samurai who can't even into strange world of magic.
I don't know why you're whispering. You could just talk.
I know. I'm reading to myself.
I know, but we're on a podcast.
I know, but okay, fine.
Just calling you out.
A down and out samurai who can't even hold a sword enters a strange world of magic, searching for honor and redemption. Steel of the Celestial Shadows, with story and art by Daruma Matsuda. Releases spring 2024. Next year.
Yeah, I know. A
I
lot
like
of
the art.
these
Ooh.
a lot of these are 2024 releases. Actually was
Yeah. Spring 2024. Wow. That
Yeah.
is quite. Why so long?
I don't know.
Huh. But the artwork in that looks real nice.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It's a really cool cover. I think this one's also slated for the 2024 release.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one looks
old school horror. Chilean science fiction tale of humanity and AI from classic horror manga creator Kazuya Umez. My name is Shingo, the perfect edition. Oh, maybe it is old school.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's also a really nice cover. It's so eerie. Like, damn.
Yeah.
It actually really kind of
escalator.
yeah, unnervingly so.
Yeah.
maybe it is just because it is in the horror vein, but like nothing about it resembles it. But for some reason, it reminds me of Shibatarian.
Yeah, because it's got that old school classic horror vibe to it.
Even though it's goofy as hell.
Yeah, it does look kind of goofy, but at the same time, it's unnervingly goofy. Yeah. Like it's just not quite right.
And we got another one, 2024, new manga from Viz Originals. Status Royale is the game to master to join the rank of elite players in the competitive world of esports. Follow Vel as her competitive spirit is unlocked. Read a manga about a bunch of people playing video games.
I don't. Yeah, that sounds more
I don't
like
know.
a manhwa or a webtoon series kind of idea,
Yeah.
more so than a manga series. I don't. Yeah, unless the game they're playing is like super dynamic, so they get to make draw some really cool scenes. I don't know. It'll be weird. Maybe it will be good. From this perspective, it looks kind of generic.
Yeah.
But that's what I say about most things.
Jumped over to have a quick check out of the artist because there was a Twitter link.
Yeah.
Got nice art.
Rumixu. What's their actual name? Ruju. Oh yeah.
They got some nice art.
Okay. Might be interesting.
The premise isn't selling me, but their art, especially that last one that I showed off, is kind of I'm vibing.
Yeah. Eisner Award winner Taiyo Matsumoto brings us a touching new story of the inescapable bonds between manga creators, their editors, art, and life itself, as told from the perspective of a disgraced manga editor. Tokyo These Days releases spring 2024. Tokyo Higuro. Okay.
So we've got some
pretty wholesome. Yeah.
There's a new Pokemon Adventures manga, again coming out spring 2024. It's really like odd how far away these are. We've got a new Digi Eater collection.
Oh yeah.
Featuring 9 different tales from his kawaii mind.
I love the guy, but to me, he's really hit and miss. There's some of his stuff I like absolutely adore, but
Uzumaki's fantastic.
Yeah,
and I just realized I'm really dark because I don't have my light on.
I really love Gyo.
Is that the fish one? Yeah.
The manga is just so unearthingly weird. I've given that to people, and they've given it back to me and said I couldn't read it past like.
I actually haven't read or seen. Like I've seen the anime like cover. I haven't watched it.
Well, the anime is
actually or live action.
Yeah, no, it's an anime, and the anime is actually a different story that happens at the same time. So instead of just reproducing the same story, they've done
interesting.
The story, but from a different angle.
That's an interesting take. I don't mind that.
So you're not consuming the same content.
I think this one. Yep, this is another 2024 one.
Yeah.
Let the games begin. Since childhood, Yukiya Asagi and Miku Sakura have played the love game.
Have they, though? That's the question.
Do you love me? Playing your love games with me?
You say it first.
It's a Mighty Boosh reference.
The old Booshes.
Oh, man. I don't think anyone's going to get that.
They will. Someone out there will.
It's old Greg, man. I got distracted and I'm done. Why does this look so familiar?
Yoshino Fumikawa. Art by Mio Toshiro.
No,
What
all
happens
right.
if a
That's
mermaid princess doesn't have to give up her special abilities for love in the name of the mermaid princess with story by Yoshino Fumikawa and art by Miya Tashiro.
should have done this because I didn't realize it was art by a different person. Because it was the art that kind of okay. Yep.
No.
Well, nope.
Nope.
Neither of
Okay.
them have done anything except for this.
Yeah.
And also this came out in 2020 in Japan.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it looks like they're
Hitting the
localizing
archive.
a bunch of stuff. But this is
Yeah.
the big one, bro.
This is the big exciting thing that they've done.
Still 2024, but
Yeah.
Marriage Toxin is finally getting a English release.
Thank goodness.
Outside of Jump Plus.
Yeah.
Really
It's about
cool.
bloody time because it's such a great title. Everybody loves it. And when I say everybody, I mean us. We love it. So you should love it too.
You and I is everyone.
What do we got here? Another.
This looks very kind of reminds me of Nana a little bit.
Oh, the story of Kimi ni Todoke continues. So it's the sequel to the first series. I just finished watching the anime on Netflix.
What is this?
Are you not familiar with the story?
No.
Okay, so it's a story about it's a romance comedy.
Oh wait, From Me to You. I think I have heard of that on Netflix.
Yeah, there's a live action as well.
Yeah, I think
called
I've
From Me to
seen.
You.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah,
not like actually watched it, but I've seen of it.
Yeah, it's only just recently it's dropped. But it's about a girl that looks like Sawako from the Ring films.
Ringu.
Yeah, so she looks like her, and everybody veers away from her because they think that she's gonna curse them or cause trouble, and everybody feels like they get sick every time they talk to her and stuff like that. So it's like they all assume that she's cursed, but she's actually just like a super nice person that nobody will talk to, and she tries to make friends with everyone, and she ends up befriending a.
So the anime is not recent. It's like 2009.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's an older series then.
Yeah.
It's been around for a while. It's good. It's just light-hearted fun. Some of the moments are a bit frustrating, but it's.
Is it the will they won't they bullshit?
Yeah. Yeah. But a lot of the side characters do make the series really good. So, yes, worth a watch if you just want something fun.
That's it for the Viz releases of next year.
Next year, if you want to pre-order the manga.
But there was some really cool announcements that I wanted to talk about, like the Boichi stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just excited about Boichi. I've been wanting to read that for a while. And then when I heard Boichi was going to be adapting the novels, I was like, fuck the novels.
Hell yeah. That's what we want. Did you have a look at that link that I sent you before? I sent you a link before about the Zon 100.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
I did have a brief
look
at that.
The anime's not even out yet, and they're just like dropping, "Hey guys, we made a live action version too."
Oh god. So
on this thing,
it's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Is it July or is it this
July,
month? I can't.
Netflix. What was it? Maybe not here in Aussie land, but August 3rd. Sorry, not July, August.
No, the anime.
Worldwide. Oh, the anime. I'm not too sure.
I think the anime is coming out. Damn it. Yeah, no, it's set to premiere in July. So like a month beforehand. So weird.
Yeah. Yeah, July 9th. Viz Media has licensed the anime in North America, Latin America, Australia, and New Zealand. Anime is Viz Media production alongside Productions Japan. Anime.
Yeah, they're doubling down on the property hard.
Yeah, and it will be rolled out on Netflix. And Netflix, it looks like Netflix is starting to go hard at it as well, as far as original titles go.
Mm. I mean, it'll work as a live action. I don't see why it couldn't.
No, it's just another zombie series. It's
Yeah.
not like it's got nothing in it that's it's not like they're trying to do live action Chainsaw Man.
Which there'd be so much CGI. I'd be like, what's the point?
No, you do physical effects all the way.
Oh.
It would look so goofy. It'd be so goofy.
Yeah, but there's
Oh,
something
man.
about practical effects, man.
I know, they're just so much fun. They're so much better. That tactile sensation when that rubbery chainsaw hits something.
There is a weird book coming out from Viz as well. Stop.
Come on.
It's a Jujutsu Kaisen, a guide to the characters.
Is it a guide to their powers or just the characters? Because if it was a guide to their powers, that's understandable.
I don't know, man. It's literally the official character guide. This ultimate handbook features profiles on all the major characters and an exclusive interview between Gege Akutami and Taite Kubo.
That sounds like a really big cash grab.
Spring 2024.
2024. Pre-order it right now.
Oh man.
Hey Viz, if you want to, slip.
Yeah, give us a sponsor, please.
Give us some sponsors.
No, you don't have to pay us. Just give us books for free.
Yeah, we're happy to review stuff.
Yeah,
properly.
Not
just say that stuff's rubbish and throw it in the bin.
Is on 100's pretty good though.
Yeah, it's a pretty good series.
So we're gonna move into some
skill.
Damn you guys!
Yeah,
I'd be like, yep, this is shit. It's just as bad as the anime, except the production value is better because someone had to actually draw it.
That's right. You look at it and it's literally just copy pasted, but they've used the same angles like 1,000 times. It's the same backgrounds and panels.
It's just a cut up version of the anime.
Oh, imagine if that's what it actually is like though, and that's why the anime is the way it is. Maybe we're missing something. Anyway.
I doubt it, especially because it was a light novel first.
Yeah.
Jumping into some speculative news. So the domain and Twitter handle animedandadan.com and animedandadan have been created. Absolute no confirmation as yet.
Not even a rumor though.
It could just be someone teasing us.
I think it's just someone trying to grab the domains before anybody else does. That's all it is.
But also, why would it be anime-dandadan?
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. There is no reason in hell for it to actually put anime in front of it.
That's weird.
No.
Is bizarre.
I know we all want to see it, but it's not coming just yet.
We didn't really. I think we got some color pages for issue 28 of the Jumps.
The old Jumpies.
Starting off with the goat.
Your goat.
Yeah. Your goat. I mean, it's been going for how long, man? It's a lot of people's goats.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of goats invested in this manga.
We got Kill Blue. Have you been keeping up with it?
Yeah.
That's some nice looking.
I don't know. It's not bad and it's not good. It's just there. I keep reading it because I'm expecting something to happen, but it's not quite a gag manga, and it's not quite a serious assassin style manga, so it's just in the middle. That's nice. Once again, that's another beautiful color page. You know.
Did you read the latest chapter? Because I know you read the last couple because I told you to.
I haven't. No.
Nah, this one was weird. Actually, what was the last one you read? Did you read any of the one with
I read the first
retail dude?
the first guy that came out on stage.
Oh, I was hoping you read the second dude because he's a retired retail salesman.
Oh, okay.
And it hit a little home for me. I was like, ooh.
Oh, I'll have to read it now.
That was a really good couple of chapters, followed by a really odd interaction between these two, which is why they're there.
Odd,
not sure,
odd,
as in like borderline Yuri. Yeah, like I was like, damn, this is drawn really nice. What's going on?
Why are they looking at each other like that?
Well, it's mainly I think her name was Hikaru. She essentially confesses to Akane that well, I mean, this is minor spoilers for the weeklies, I guess.
Yeah.
She kind of confesses that the only reason she's gotten into Rakugo was not because she caught the Rakugo bug exactly, was that it was Akane specifically that made her catch the Rakugo bug, and specifically that she lost to her, and then she touches her face really like borderline erotically. I was just like, I might be reading a bit too much into it, but I'm like, man, this is a bit of tension in the air, and I don't know if it's sexual or just competitive.
Or respect. It might be just some.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but they barely know each other, and she's like caressing her face.
How do you know it's caressing? It's a still panel. You're just seeing it that way. I'm looking at
it. All right.
Okay.
I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
Because
I could.
Nah.
You're talking about this. You're talking about the covers though.
Yeah, Ichino says the last color page.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the color pages that came out this week.
Yeah, which is nice to see Ichinose so grown up in that one.
Man, I'm so invested. I don't care anything anymore. It's good.
Up until the last two chapters, I had a slight idea that I knew what was going on. These last two chapters, I've just gone, what the fuck's going on?
I got nothing again.
I got nothing. Nothing at all, because it's just turned everything on its head, and you're suspecting everyone. So
yeah, it's literally gone back to trust nobody. Everybody's out to get him.
Like the first 10 chapters, it's really obscure, and nobody's quite right. Everything's askew.
I mean, the only one that kind of isn't, I mean, yeah, is probably the dad at this point. But I guarantee almost next chapter.
The dad is just.
He's not that sus. Compared to everybody else, though. Like, the mom is
that isn't sus is the sister.
But she was the one that left him the notes.
Is she, though?
That's the implication.
You know better than that.
They're leading everyone to be sus, and in especially the last two chapters, the only two that, I mean, I'm still sus about the grandpa, even though he is in a coma. I'm pretty sus about the everybody bar the dad, just because he hasn't really shown anything, and everyone else has been shown to be pretty sus.
The dad is too clueless.
Too clueless.
He's suspicious.
See what I mean? This is a little weird. Like even Akane is like,
Nah.
the hell?
What's going on there is you can't see it, but she's giving her a wet willy. That's why she's got the eyes like that. She's like,
I remember what it. Yeah.
Yeah. She's going straight for the lobe, man. That's a little bit. That's a bit of tension going on there.
Yeah. Like, I really liked the scene, but I was just like, who does that?
And she is drawn borderline male, like pretty male.
Yeah.
Not Akane, the other one.
Yeah. I think it's Hikaru. I think that was her name.
Yeah. So she's
yeah. It's odd interaction.
I love that guy. The comedian.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
This one. He's a freaking idiot. That's the worker.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw him on like the last couple of panels of the chapter I read. So I'll have to give it a read.
I was pretty on the fence up until the last 2 chapters with his character. I was kind of like, meh, because I only introduced him like max 10 chapters ago. And yeah, the last 2 chapters really focused on him because it was his turn to perform. And yeah, it hit pretty hard, I think. For the people that are creative and in sales,
so we can strongly assume that the writer has been in the exact same position
or knows someone pretty close, because it's like it's the good salesman that cares about the customer, not necessarily about the bottom dollar of the company.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Which was also me, which is why I ended up getting fired.
They can't find me. I'm too good at what I do. So it's all about the confidence.
We've kind of shifted into the weeklies.
I know we've shifted into weeklies in advance, but you'd run out of covers anyway.
We that was actually kind of the end of the news anyway. There is a movie for Haikyuu final, which I think is the final, but it's hard to tell with anime because Attack on Titan, the final season,
final part
2, the sequeling.
And part 1 of part 2.
It's like part 2.
The final series, part 2.1.
Man, they are gonna get clowned on forever for that.
Oh yeah,
as they should.
Yeah, it was a dumb move. It was just a really dumb move.
I don't understand why they were like the higher ups are like, you gotta get it out, just get it out. It's like, just let them finish it.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan fans are some of the most patient fans because they waited a whole 10 years between season 1 and 2. Like, far out.
Was it that
practically
long?
It was almost like something ridiculous like that.
Is that because the mangaka was unwell, or it just took a long time to get the story out?
For some reason, the anime just didn't kick back into gear for ages. I don't remember why.
Maybe the studio that had it just had too much on their table.
Could have been.
Yes. Right.
Okay, sorry.
Step straight into weeklies.
The first season came out in 2013.
Okay. And then how long was the second season?
I'm getting there. You're rushing me.
Well, I'm not.
Wow. Okay. It felt way longer than that. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it like 3 years?
It was 2017.
Just a little bit of an exaggeration. Just a little. but
it felt like 10 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, so we went from having a full 25 episode season in 2013 and then 12 in 2017. So it that's my justification. Shut up.
Well, it's
And it's still not over yet, so
this isn't one of those things where they say the first 12 episodes is season 1, 2, and then they call the next 12 episodes season 3, but it's really just the same season, but split.
So we had season 1, 25 episodes, then season 2 was 12, then season 3 was split into 2, so it was season 3 part 1 and part 2, 12 and then 10 episodes. And then season 4 is split into 3 currently.
It doesn't even make sense.
I don't know either.
They're purposely just making stuff up.
They're making it so convoluted.
Like the series. The Flesh Mech series.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Like, as much as I enjoy it is hella convoluted.
Right. Do you want to get a few of the smaller ones out of the way? And
yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk. Well, I'll quickly, like I said with Kill Blue, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just somewhere in the middle. If you enjoy school life environments, I guess you could enjoy it.
I was gonna say I've shifted away from it, but one of my newest, like my favorite of the newest, is Tenmaku Cinema.
Yeah.
Granted, we don't really have any school, like they're school kids and it's set in a school setting, but like we've barely been at the school, so maybe that's been a big help.
I think because they've focused very little on the school life as such.
Yeah, insanely
100% on the cinema side of things, and even to some extent they've ignored the more romantic component of it, and they've just been driving the cinematic. I know it's there, it's hinting, but it's
no. I was gonna argue that they're driving at the romance between him and film.
Okay.
I get what you were going at, but
if you want to get metaphorical, go for it.
Yeah, like especially in the last couple of chapters, it's like become real evident that he has more of a love affair with film than he does with the girl.
Yes,
like he appreciates her form for sure. Like,
his attraction to her is almost professional. Because he sees her as an actor.
I reckon it's a bit of both.
Well, of course, because she's the most attractive girl in the school. Why wouldn't he, have a little bit of a boner? What else is there? The other school series, New Year's Exorcist. I'm pretty sure. Have you dropped that one? Yeah. Yeah. I am on the brink of dropping.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's just not. I feel like it's not going anywhere. The art's really nice, and the idea is kind of there. They're just not pushing out of the school, and that's my problem with it. Is it something that could be really cool if they pushed it out?
Which is what Bleach did.
Yeah, how Bleach did that. I mean, they stuck around in the school life for a while, but it was in and out. They
and
spent a lot of time.
It wasn't as long as you probably think either.
No.
But you're right. It was in and out quite consistently.
Yeah. Whereas this is wholly and solely taking place in the school, and
because she's bound there, right?
Well, yes. But surely enough, they can find a way to bind her to something else, which they will. As soon as the school life side of things just, turns around. I don't know. It's missing something.
I'm only a couple of chapters behind.
That spark of individuality is what you mean. Have you seen? So you've seen The New Girl?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
The last one I read was the teacher being possessed, which was like chapter 2 or 3.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
I'm more
But
invested in Jiangxi X, to be honest.
oh yeah. It's slowed down
And
a lot
do
over the
and
past
do
couple of chapters
retry.
though. And do that's my new sort of investment, and I didn't. How bizarre is that?
I honestly
There's so
thought
many
they were
things.
going.
There's so many things to hate about this series, but it's so goofy.
I will admit this last chapter when they started off with this,
Yeah,
I
with the
was like,
bombing, I'm just like, oh no, we're gonna get all dark again.
oh, I was fine with them going all dark, but I thought they were gonna go with freaking like radiation mutation, not
Ah, I thought he was
like
gonna get his arm blown off, and they were gonna replace it with some like muscly dude's arm or some shit like that. I thought it was like Frankenstein angle, but no, you went with radiation, and no, it's
yeah.
just the classic. He just did a lot of digging over 3 days and got a really big arm.
That's not how it works.
In manga, it is.
Oh, so dumb, but
It's
yeah.
everything. But look at if you so he's lent into. I mean, art wise, he's really lent into the stupidity of the angles.
Mm.
So when the
Especially
action kicks off, everything gets overly exaggerated and things
super
are bent
exaggerated.
in different weird directions and the angles aren't right. But it appears to be intentional at this point because everything else is cleaned up. All the stuff that I noticed in that first chapter is gone. So all his height variations and angles and depth of field and all that sort of stuff, it's now on point. So either he's you know, grown a lot in a very short period, or he's got some really good assistants.
Or both.
Or both. I'd like to believe that he's grown a lot in that space of time, and he's taken on some really good advice, and he's just gotten better.
Actually, I'm really starting to like this JoJo's
He's
character.
fun.
Because he looks like he's walked straight out of JoJo's.
A little bit, yeah. He also reminds me a lot. I've been watching thingy the boxing series again.
Megalobox?
No, the other one.
I need to get into that again. I didn't finish it.
Megalobox is good. Ippo. Hajime no Ippo.
Oh yeah.
Ippo the Fate. And that is actually really similar to this.
Oh
in
really?
the sense that it's a kid who discovers that he's, half decent at boxing or has a love for boxing previously and gets a mentor who's a guy that is, isn't just better at boxing, but completely different class. So all the way through Hajime no Ippo, the guy that essentially mentors him is, on while he's doing the local stage, the other guy's on the world stage. Yeah.
Oh,
so
cool.
there's such a big gap between them. And that's what this sort of scenario feels like, that they're on 2 very, very different levels. But because he sees a lot of potential in him, he's, guiding him along, but not with kitten gloves. He's guiding him with, maces and gauntlets.
and a goddamn car.
Yeah. Just hitting him with a car.
I love how ridiculous it is. It's definitely our humor.
Yeah, and because it's got that real old school kind of feel and vibe to it, which is a part of its texture, it's like nothing else at the moment. Oh God, I love that panel. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on right there?
Is so weird, and I love it so much.
The reason for him punching so far is that he's dislocated his shoulder. And I'm just like, what?
Nah.
And he just like clicks it back in.
I was like, ew, gross. That's nasty.
Oh, but it's so fun.
Yeah, it's a fantastic page though.
This guy is going to be his rival. Okay, so I feel like it, over over the course of the time, this guy has been set up as his rival, and
Over the
will
next 6
continue-
chapters before it gets cancelled.
Shut up! I know we like it, and that's why it's going to be cancelled, but that's not fair.
I'm getting nervous about Tenmaku, to be honest. I
Why?
love Tenmaku at the moment, and if the rankings in
Yeah,
the
I
order
wonder
of
what the sales are like.
I mean, there's not enough chapters for it to even have a friggin' tank yet, so
Then stop being so worried.
it's just that the people are like, because the unconfirmedness of the order placement of the stories in the magazine represent the popularity of the series. You know, it's like the whole, oh,
Yeah.
if you play
It's a
Pokemon
theory, though.
and you do this, then you can catch a Mew in Pokemon. It's like, that's unconfirmed. And they were like, nah, my uncle works at Nintendo. It's like that level of rumor.
My uncle's
Satoru
husband.
Iwata.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like Tenmaku has got a lot of guts behind it, so I'm not really worried about it. This I'm a little bit
Also-
worried about because it's different.
Yeah. I mean, Tenmaku at least has pedigree mangakas behind it. In saying that,
Yeah.
they also cancelled Samurai 8, so
Yeah.
is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Masashi Kishimoto's
Attempt at something new.
Yeah. And
that
no,
was
everyone
actually
was
a really interesting series. Did you ever read
everyone was
it?
like, no, I didn't get around to it, and then it got cancelled. I was like, well,
Yeah. I did read a bit of it, and it was interesting. It was very wordy, though. Maybe that's why it didn't.
I mean,
do so well.
Naruto is pretty wordy though.
Oh, this was extra.
Naruto is like talk no jutsu.
They like to explain everything.
Nah, it's more like I need to befriend everybody. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Naruto, but yeah.
Do you? Elements.
I think so.
We like elements. I like the world. Everybody likes the world building in Naruto.
I haven't actually gone, like I said that I was going to read it. I haven't gotten past reading the first chapter. I was like, man, I'm gonna read Heavenly Delusions and Gachi Kuda.
Oh, there's a series I need to catch up on. Gachi Kuda.
Oh, dude.
If any Viz should be pre-ordering that.
Oh, so I finally remembered what day it drops now. It drops on a Wednesday, so it's a Chainsaw Man day drop. They did a really cool twist on the shonen get back up into the fight. What do you call it? Man, I've had too much of that grape juice.
Winning with perseverance.
It's the trope. That's the word I was after.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, the dude's been beaten. Time for a flashback. Oh, they've all fired up, and in the flashback, and then like it cuts back to present time, and they're all fired up in present time. And yeah, they turn that trope on its head so hard, and I got chills. I was like, oh man, this took a turn. I can't wait for this series to get an anime announcement. It is going to go off.
Is it popular though? It's so hard to tell.
I mean,
whether something's popular.
It's in its like it's getting close to chapter 60 mark. And let me just quickly check. Yeah, chapter 59 dropped today. So yeah, about what 10 volumes roughly, maybe.
Because there's 6.
Yeah, it's probably 7 in production, like actually printed.
Yeah,
but there's probably enough for 10 tunks at the moment.
Yeah, because I thought I remember seeing 7 covers, the covers for them.
I've got the tab up still.
You showed them to me. That's right.
There is 7. as of now, actually. I had to refresh the page. Oh man, that is a nice cover.
Yeah. You asked me to remember to pick up my kids. Can't remember to do that. You asked me how many covers there were last week. Bang, done.
This is actually one of the villains. And in particular in the fight that I was just talking about, he's the antagonist in that fight. And he uses claw gauntlets similar to Kafka
Our
from
protag. Oh,
what's that fighting game? I can't remember.
which one?
I know, right?
Death Stalkers? Is it Death Stalkers? Night Stalkers? Not Death Stalkers, Night Stalkers. You say claws. I say Night Stalkers. I might be wrong. There's a few claws.
I don't think his name's Kafka anyway.
Kafka's from a different manga.
Yeah, I think I'm getting my games confused. Kafka's in Final Fantasy, isn't he?
Which one?
Shit.
This is a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I know.
Claws. He uses claws. We got it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
He's like a manga Wolverine.
Oh man.
You're determined to find it now, aren't you?
Yeah, but you know what? It's irrelevant. It's
let it
not.
go. Let's
Voldo from Soul Calibur. I found it.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about now?
Yeah, the creepy dude that crawls.
Yeah, the creepy dude. Yeah, that's him. That's him.
That guy. I use that guy.
Why did I?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking Kafka. I think Kafka's the creepy clown from Final Fantasy
9.
9. I think it feels like it's earlier than that. 6, maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, there's a clown in 6 and there's a clown in 9. So
yeah, okay, it's Kafka. I was close.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This creepy dude. Screw it.
Yeah. Whatever. Just leave us hanging.
I know.
Yeah.
Back to the thing that I was talking about. And yeah, he uses like toxins and stuff.
Yeah. Nice.
Like
Cool.
poisons and hallucinogenics. It's really cool.
Or maybe they don't use the same system Viz does.
I don't remember.
Not Viz, Jump. Maybe they just keep rolling stuff out if it keeps selling. You got to build up. You can't just instantly have a community.
No.
You've got to build up. There's no way that they can justify something, or predict that something's going to be as popular as it is that early on.
After 12 chapters.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys. Oh, the first book didn't sell 1 million copies immediately.
Well, we're gonna have to put it in the bin. We can't do this. We can't afford to do this. We can't afford to pay this creator one sum.
I'm pretty sure
for their content.
I'm pretty sure Oda can carry all the other artists. It'll be fine, Jump. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I get the printed Jump title. Okay? If it's not picking up popularity there, shift it to Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody keeps asking. Move it to Plus. And let them keep creating. Let the community build. And then eventually it will get to a point where it is popular and people are screaming for, a la Dan screaming for printed files.
Right?
And same with Marriage Toxin. The popularity of those comics wasn't instant. It had to build up.
I mean, I think Marriage Toxin was a bit of a different case there. It hit pretty hard out of the gate.
It was weird though.
The dude chopped a car in half with detergent.
Yeah. Yeah. And another dude was smoking like 12 cigarettes at once. But it's
And then there was the dudes. It was like chapter 2. They were
yeah.
like using actual humans as chairs.
Yeah. No, that was chapter 1. That
Was
was the
it?
first chapter. That was the
Oh man,
first chapter. It was
I
so
love
hard
Irish
boiled in
chapter.
that first chapter, and like quirky, bizarre hard boiled, and
I
you know,
love
it
it so
really
much. I
caught my
need to
eye.
catch up.
Mm,
I've
I
dropped
need
a lot of Manga Plus titles at the moment. Not intentionally, just to be honest, I don't like the app as much as the other 2 apps that I use.
It's much harder to keep track of
That
where you're at.
and I zoom a lot. Yep. Pardon
You
me.
zoom a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
I, bad eyes, bro.
yeah. I see the wee tiny text, so I don't know.
Also, like, I think it's mainly because when I read, it's usually late at night and I'm already tired. So I'm all like, oh yeah, look at that. Oh, whoa. And I don't know if you've noticed, but when you zoom in the Jump app, it kind of locks you to the screen unless you actually swipe, and then it'll shift the page. In the Manga Plus one, however, when you zoom and try and move it around, it'll just jump to the next page, and it shits me to tears.
Well, I don't know, man. Oh, I see.
Yeah, you see,
So,
it's really like it's so
it stays
superfluous.
magnified too.
I know, it's so inconvenient. It's like my little petty thing about the app. I don't know what it is, but I don't find it
Yeah.
as user friendly as the others.
That is a weird thing to worry about.
I
But you know,
know, I know.
personal behavior. You know, it's your
The
thing.
other thing is that yeah, it's kind of hard to keep track of the titles a little bit more.
Yeah, because they roll out so quickly, and it's sort of just constantly. I've tried to read on Plus a lot more because there's more content on there, so
Yeah,
I try not to miss out on as much.
but I got to
And
read Dan to Dan on there, so
yeah, that's right. So you got to come over anyway.
I know I come over at least every Tuesday, at least.
At least once every Tuesday. I don't read at night. I'm a good boy. I read during the day on my breaks.
I read when I should be working.
And because it's just single chapters, I can tear through them really quick. So
Yeah. But yeah, Kodansha is the one that publishes
yeah,
Gacha
I
in
don't.
Weekly Shonen magazine.
We don't get enough Kodansha
We don't. I
at
think
all.
I could be wrong, but I think they're actually through Bookwalker, and I think Kodansha was looking at launching their own app, or they did, and then hang on.
It fell on its face.
I remember hearing something about the Kodansha manga app.
They were talking about it. I remember them talking about it at some point.
I know the Shonen Square Enix is a pile of hot garbage, and they want you to pay for each individual chapter, but by using their own
Currency.
their
You
own
got to use
currency.
their currency, and you're actually technically only renting half of the title because sometimes they just black everything out.
It's the worst. And yeah, like you said, they then censor everything. Oh, I hated it so much.
It's like those secret military government documents, and
but like the censorship was so inconsistent as well. Because I was reading is it Vermilion in Gold, or is it man? I can't remember the title.
I remember that. Yeah, that's right. Vermilion in Gold. That was fun.
It was. It was horny as hell.
Oh yeah, that's a part of the fun.
It was pretty much the only part of it.
Oh, come on. The story was, and the characters were good fun.
They were, yeah. I will admit. No, we don't actually have it in Australia. The Kodansha app, because there is K Manga. Just like the Viz app that we don't get either. The other one,
Yeah.
not Shonen Jump.
Yeah. The Viz Media app, which is an American thing, isn't it? Pretty
I
sure.
think so, yeah.
Right.
Fucking up.
Lovely little.
Oh man, I forgot how garbage that was.
I did read the new Bronze Award winner. Did you read that?
Oh yeah, no, is it any good?
Called Metal Souls. It's yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Like I said, I haven't really been on Plus for a little bit.
No, and that's fine. It only just came out a couple of days ago.
I did
So
see it.
it,
Its art reminded me of like early mid 2000s, like that Eureka 7 Zammed.
not even that. It's I don't know what it is. It's got that very.
Do you remember Zammed?
Yeah, a little bit, not a lot. It's not something that made an impact in my life.
It hit me at a very impressionable stage.
Yeah, young age.
Yeah.
So the art's very standard, I guess. It's not bad. It's pretty clean.
I was 17. Oh wow.
And there's a lot of room to grow. It's got a lot of influence from kaiju.
Oh yeah.
It being a anti-monster unit, yeah, with special gear that they wear to battle the monsters, of course. So it seemed interesting, and it wasn't a bad read. So some of the characters are good. It got gets nice and visceral during the fight with the kaijus. So yeah, give it a read if you feel like.
Broke my head for a second there. I was like scrolling down, and it's like read from left to right. I'm like, yep. Wait, what? Wait, hang on. So it's a comic.
Yeah,
it is a manga. Okay.
I would say it's more English. So it's an English speaking writer, I would say, mangaka. Where is all by DD Mark? Yeah, thanks you can't even use your real name.
Looks like what's his name? David from Edgerunners. A little bit. Oh, actually, yeah, the art is quite nice. Like some nice.
Yeah, it's got moments. It's got moments where you just like, oh, okay. There's a lot of room here for the artist to grow and get better. I mean, that shot is okay. is all I'm gonna say. But
see, I think that's pretty good. This is a bit weird, but that's me being nitpicky. It just looks like his head's like elongated.
Oh yeah, yes and no. That's actually what it looks like on the side like that. I get what you mean though. It's just the angle of the head and the fact that he's bald. That doesn't help. Yeah. So it's not a bad looking series. It'll be interesting to see what comes from the artist in the future, if they continue with this series or not.
Hell? Wait, so what does this have to do with kaiju at all?
Oh, so they live in a world where they're constantly attacked by kaiju, and they're down looking at a new recruit to see if he'll join up and
right,
help kaiju and stuff. And it turns out that he's actually the son of the director of the unit and all that sort of stuff.
Of course he is. Nepotism at its finest.
Yeah, but he's got daddy issues, of course.
Nepotism at its finest.
Daddy doesn't love him. Yeah. It was okay. It's okay. It's okay. On to other things. Sakamoto is back to being Sakamoto. Goofy.
I like that they're at least giving Lou a purpose, but I miss her in being in the forefront.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. She was but at the same time, she was never a character that was meant to be in their position.
I mean,
because she's not really functional unless she's drunk.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, but I also really like the whole drunken fist thing.
I love it. The action from it is phenomenal and always fantastic fun.
It is my favorite trope.
We will see more of it because they're no doubt going to go after his family. And this is why they've left her there. It's for that opportunity.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll have was it the Triad? Was that who she was connected to?
Yeah, they had the guy from the Triad.
Yeah, but I wonder if they'll like if they do go after Sakamoto's family, if they'll have like Lou team up with that dude. Forgot what his name is because he's like barely been an entity for ages.
Yeah.
Like it was so long ago. I was like, oh, it's that guy. I forgot about you.
Yeah, but that guy's useless.
Was he?
Yeah, remember he called them out for
a
gambling. He wanted to do gambling instead of fighting. He didn't want to fight them. He wanted to gamble with them. Because he can't fight. He's a bookman. He's a bookworm. Which is why they got him to do that research.
Clearly forgot all about him.
Yeah. Talk to the Sakamoto nerd.
Actually,
we got that nice little sequence from the new people on the block.
The dude that Hayusuke was interacting with, have we met him before? He seems kind of familiar. Like right at the end of the chapter where they were like fighting over the luggage, and it turns out that it wasn't.
Oh, with the chin guard.
Yeah. Or am I just like thinking of a different series where like
isn't he one of the killers? One of the first set of killers that came to kill him. Remember, there was like 4 of them that came to town.
Oh,
this is way, way, way back
when they did the old man did the I almost said
during that arc. Yeah,
it was the Tower Tokyo Tower.
Yeah, the Tokyo Tower when he cut the Tokyo Tower in half. During that series, wasn't he the guy? One of the guys?
I don't know, man. You're the Sakamoto nerd. You just said.
Pretty sure he's the one that could like crush things.
Was he?
I could be wrong.
He looks
just
really familiar.
Looks like him.
I'm gonna pick a chapter at random and hope I'm in the wrong.
He pointed anywhere near it. But yeah, he does. He did look familiar when I saw him. And you know, that's Yusuke getting into trouble again.
We'll go chapter 50.
I love how he just tosses him. He's just like, "Oh, you're in my way." But then he's super nice and goes to find the luggage with him. So goofy.
It is such a goofy series.
Yeah, I love it. And their little.
Actually, I am in the right arc. I'm at the end of the arc.
There you go.
Damn, that was a pretty good guess.
I told you it was way back.
Wow, it really was. We're chapter 40.
While you're doing that.
Yeah, I got heavily distracted.
Yeah. So he's a player, whether he is one of the orphanage kids, like the other 2.
What the hell is the go with the orphanage kids? Like seriously.
Well, yeah. And I'm just wondering whether they've got an attachment to
They were the death row inmates, yeah? Is that Oh, okay, yeah, no, it wasn't one of the
No.
death row inmates.
Okay.
These are the death row inmates. This is
Okay.
the one you were thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah, I was. It was the crazy hair and the piercings. God, those guys are nuts.
I decided, as you could tell, I decided to screw that idea and just went to the Sakamoto fandom.
Okay, there we go.
I was long.
Okay, so new guy. We're suspecting he's a part of the gang, the other gang.
Wait,
we're gonna make friends.
I think he might be part of the order. Actually, I think it's Hyo. He has the chin guard.
Oh,
Is that him though?
Bring it up. Show me.
It's a bad picture of him.
That's him. That's him.
Yeah, he's a part of the order.
Yeah, members of the order. Okay, well, what the hell's he doing there then?
I thought he looked familiar.
We must have seen him in the car with the old fella or something.
He's part of these guys. No, we saw him in the flashback just recently.
Ah, that's what it was.
But he looks a bit more modern, flashy.
Well, he's got more piercings.
Yeah, and did he have tats? Or am I imagining that?
Oh, I don't know.
Getting really off topic now.
Yeah, I know. So he's part of the order. So the order's there as well.
Oh no, he had stuff in he had almost like clips in his hair.
Yeah. So we're in for a big mess. Things are going to get real messy, and a lot of people are going to die.
Oh, that's right, because they were Sakamoto was just talking about if they left it to the order, then what's her face could die.
Yeah. So they're trying to get there before the order. But if the order are there already, it's going to get messy.
Yeah.
Because
who he probably called up was probably it was probably Buzzsaw Girl.
Yeah, maybe.
Osaragi.
I don't know. I'm keen. I'm so keen to see how all this plays out because we're
in setup again.
Yeah, we're heading towards something big. Lots of fun action. Yeah. Dan to Dan is Dan to Dan.
Man, I just saw Boiled. I forgot that his name was actually Boiled. He was the hard-boiled dude, and oh man, love him. Is he dead? I hope he's not dead. I want him to come back.
No, he walked away from everything, didn't
he? Chapter 9. Oh my god, it was that long ago.
Yeah, but he left such an impression.
Oh, he really did.
It was good fun.
Everything was so hard-boiled. Anyway, yeah, Dan to Dan.
Dan to Dan. Another chapter.
Oh my god, it was incredible.
Pure action. But damn, when is this boy gonna turn up?
Yeah, he's been blue balling us for a while now.
Oh yeah, gotta be next chapter, right?
You say that.
I said that last chapter. I'm just like, it's gotta be next chapter. Look,
if you're sleeping on it, look at it. Look at this. How are you still sleeping on this? Sci-fi, supernatural, wacky, absolute amazing action.
School life, rom-com.
You say school life, but
I know.
When was the last time
Bleach was?
I would say less.
Yeah. Oh, they're in their uniforms quite often. But it's been a little while since they've been in school uniform because they're on break.
Dude, this whole scene took me a bit. I was like, I'm sorry, he's doing what?
he's cutting it, but then is it coming back?
He's like using vectors almost, where he's just like
cutting
the space and then like re-throwing it back, I guess. It was whack.
Yeah.
Such a cool scene where he's just like swipe, deletes it, and then it just kind of shears. Actually, shear. Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah.
Also, I know I mentioned this to you specifically the other day, but all of the aliens like we've seen, they're all wearing suits that have been made from other species, and we've not actually seen what they look like yet.
This is true, but
Like they could all be the same species. They could be
But-
this big.
Viola just stepped straight into one, which would imply that the shape inside either accommodates anything and adapts to whatever shape goes inside, or
I mean,
they are
you got
human.
these ones.
Yeah,
because that
you got all
one's
sorts
like
of weird. And look at that weird, dude. This guy has got such a boner for Alien.
yeah,
The guy on the
it really
left,
does.
100%. Then there's a dude floating in the middle. That's an alien head.
I like the Mesoamerican
Yeah.
influence as well, where it's like that Mesoamerican, but it's like high tech stuff. Which I mean, it was kind of all Vamola's backstory as well.
Yeah.
Being like the Sumerians and whatnot.
Yeah.
So cool.
I got to ask the question, right?
Shoot.
What if our young girl with her mystical powers gets into Vamola's suit?
She already did.
Then wouldn't
Oh
she
wait,
No,
no,
she didn't.
no, they didn't. It was the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if she takes the power that she has to feed the suit, wouldn't she
Talking
be
about
like,
Momo, right?
yeah, wouldn't she be
Yeah.
like super powerful?
Where is the suit?
Shh. We haven't seen the suit. Yeah, that's a good question because they were trying to take it off her, but I can't remember what happened to it because that was like 15 chapters ago.
Yeah.
Because we had that whole dream sequence.
Yeah, and then we died because it was so sad.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember anything that happened previously apart from
Yeah.
Okaeri just being swirling through
Mr.
the
Swirls.
yeah.
I'm coming. I'm just swirling.
Spinning, always spinning.
Everybody swirl. Yeah, it's interesting to see. Grandma's gonna come down. She's gonna come down from heaven and just destroy them.
She'll rock up right at the end, like after everything's been wrapped up.
You think?
Yeah. We won't get to see her do anything for ages. We still haven't seen her do anything.
No, I reckon Okarin will turn up.
She's
and
been
destroy
hyped
a
up
few of
so
them,
much.
and then he'll get wiped out. And just when everybody is, about to be overrun, she'll turn up with like 5 absolutely enormous spirits and just destroy them. And if that happens, I'm calling it.
All right.
I'm calling it because that'd be hella fun.
Oh,
make for some great action scenes.
That's the one that Viz was.
Yeah. I did attempt to read that.
It hurts my brain, and I'm too tired and a little too drunk to like. It's Magie
Lumiere. Magie Lumiere.
Yeah, Co-Limited.
Yeah. The practicalities of being a magical girl.
I am really vibing the fight between Gojo and Sukuna at the moment.
Yeah. I should get on that.
I don't know.
How many weeks have I been saying that?
At least 25.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I honestly think that the Gojo fight might be only 3 chapters long.
Oh, nice.
I
Well,
feel like
he could beat him.
I don't think it's going to go that way.
You think he's gonna
I'm-
get wiped?
I'm calling it now. I think Gojo is gonna get wiped because I mean it makes sense too, right?
Does it?
They've hyped him up so much, and then they finally break him out of the seal, and just for him to get like defeated by Sukuna, that'd make too much narrative sense. Raises the stakes even higher.
Yeah, it's too early as well.
I mean, yes, he is trying.
Yeah.
He is going to be wrapping up the series
Yeah, but not
pretty
yet.
soon. But I don't reckon. Like
He'll
I
at least want to get to 250.
also like Itadori's got to do something, right? Like he's the MC.
Why?
You can't have the teacher beat everyone. That's
The
not
only reason
the
he was
shonen
there
way.
is because he had Sukuna.
I think that he's planning something.
So it's like if they
I
took
think
the
Yuji's
the
still gonna
freaking
die.
nine-tailed fox out of Naruto, he would just be a subpar.
The
ninja.
Hokage's son. Nepotism 101.
He would be nobody,
No, he would be the Hokage's son.
which is still not enough to be Naruto.
I mean, the amount of like Deus Ex Machinas that Kishimoto threw in there was like just as bad as Dragon Ball or Supernatural for our redneck friends.
Ah, yes. Dragon Ball Z in redneck format. Yes.
I saw that and was like, he's got a point though, actually.
It worked out.
Black Clover is kind of tracking to be about the same as Jujutsu Kaisen. Like they both feel like they're in their final fights, feeling like they're all like getting into like the non-MC is going to beat the big bad, but the big bad defeated the supporting character that's supposedly even more powerful than the MC.
And
But
then
where's
the MC gets that
yeah.
lift to beat the bad guy, but I don't know if that's going to happen in Jujutsu. I think Sleepy Boy might sneak in and get that one.
I reckon they're going to do something. I do feel that Yuji is going to die, and I feel like that Yuji. There was a chapter a couple of weeks back where it seemed like he was developing like a body swap technique. So I'm feeling like he's going to try and body swap
Sukuna's body.
Steal Sukuna back out of Megumi. So I don't know. I feel like it's not going to be as simple as a punch fighting to the end of Jujutsu.
Yeah.
I'm calling it. I feel it in my drunk bones. Elusive Samurai, also, we're still in the interlude, not focusing on the MC at all, just fully on the villain.
Just chilling out in the villain's camp.
Just chilling with the villain.
Yeah.
And I need to catch up on Kindergarten Wars.
It's so good.
I know.
It doesn't stop being good. It's one of those titles that nobody's talking about, but it is just, it's so full on and entertaining. Whoever's writing it just knows how to make characters integrate very well.
Who's writing it?
Who was writing it?
You.
Huh?
That's their name.
Oh, man.
Their name is you.
Flipping my head out there. And I'm just like, writing that shit? What are you talking about?
Their name is Yuchiba.
Yes. Yes.
Got him.
You did. You got me.
All right. You know what it's time for?
It's time to review the really crap show. Yeah.
It's cheat skill time.
It's cheat skill time. Okay. We both watched it in the past 2 hours. As we like to keep it nice and fresh. Just in case. So how do we open? How do we open? Oh, we open with them doing back in the real world. They're
Oh,
doing
that's right. They're
homework at his
studying. They're
house.
studying. That's
They're
right.
studying and they're
I
trying to
forgot.
do the whole awkward girl at a boy's house scenario.
It pissed me off so much because Yuya is, yeah, we're well into. He's a dumb cunt.
Yes, we're well into the point that we can.
Oh,
Yeah, he is. But okay, so this is we'll talk about the
no,
episode first,
you're
and my
convinced.
theory. I have a theory that makes sense of what's happening. So this the first 5 minutes. So when I was watching it, I sent you that text, which was it's just like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Which was, she goes, "Oh, I need to go to the toilet," and so she heads out, and then she's finds the hidden door, which has been left open to the other world.
Also, why did he know that she was in that room? Did he only just twig that the secret door was in the bathroom, and so that
No,
she?
he only twigged that it might have still been left open. So he was just like, "Hey, oh no. What it was is he
Because he
was like,
just
oh, wait a minute,
whooshes in.
I didn't even tell her where the bathroom was. That's what it was. She didn't ask, and he didn't tell her where the bathroom was. So she just went out wandering, and he's come out and gone, hey, I see that you found my magical door that leads to another world. And she's just like, oh,
What do you mean another world?
world,
Exactly
yeah.
what it sounds like.
And then it's like, oh yeah, I have magic, and he's like performing literal magic in front of her, and she's just like, oh, it's water.
Oh wow, that's pretty neat.
Like it's just just
Dude,
played off in such an extremely nonchalant kind of way.
power of Riz.
It's just
She's too thirsty, bro.
I get it, but it doesn't make sense. And then he's just like, oh, I know you might find this surprising, but this door leads to another world. And would you like to go to it? Yes, let's take her to the incredibly dangerous fantasy world.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
It's safe.
He so long as they don't go outside of the boundary of the fence, it's safe.
That's safe.
Also, I just quickly checked because I needed to know. He's literally being like, "Oh, gee whiz, having a girl in my bed in my house sure makes me nervous. I wonder if she'll find the bathroom." And then hard cuts to her being all like, almost going through the door to the other world, and he's just like, "Kaori, oh, I can explain." And you're like, "Bro, are you serious?"
Shut the door. Shut the door. It doesn't.
Shut the window. I don't care.
Well, it's
I'm sorry.
that way. Piss in my sink. Don't go in here.
Oh, I felt a voice calling me. What? No. Just.
So this is like the first 5 minutes, right? The first 5 minutes are so incredibly painful that it really hurt my brain.
And that's the thing, right? Like if they had have just cut so much of the excess bullshit of him literally just, I guess, cheating at life is what he basically said in this episode.
Yeah. He actually dropped the line.
They could have like made it a bit more interesting. I don't know. Like
I got a weird idea.
The concept of like him bringing someone from the other world into that world isn't terrible. Again, it's just poorly executed.
As per usual. They missed the opportunity of making the princess an otherworlder. But on that side note, the whole routine with the other world is relatively quick in this episode. We don't spend much time there.
Oh, you mean in like Earth?
In the real world.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So it's cut pretty much straight after. So as soon as they finish up their little outing, in the inning.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I will like to know what happens when she levels up, because she's already kind of like peak. Like, she's the top of the school. She's the chairman's daughter. She's the most attractive girl in school. How can you one up that or like any further?
You give her magic.
You give her rockin' abs and double D's.
Which is what will happen if she levels up.
I like that her stats were already better than his. Like,
well, that was a given though, because she is peak on the other side, and he was rubbish, so everything was low spec. So that just makes sense.
Does it though? Because
well, that's the only thing that does make sense. Not like chloroform sheep. So
that perform euthanasia. Can't believe that was an actual line.
I know. I don't even pay attention to those things. I literally ignore them now. Anytime that text more than the line that's on the screen that the character's saying, I ignore it because it doesn't mean anything to me.
So just for those that are actually paying attention to, like, this is the amount. This is actually less than what is.
Yeah, that's a cropped version.
Yeah.
As such, it is sometimes used by those who are pursuing euthanasia.
Committing the big slip.
The big sleep. The big sleep.
It's just like, what? Okay. But again, this episode is like 98% in the fantasy world, and it's not terrible.
Well, yeah, this is where we realize it's actually bearable. And I'm starting to think that we need to make a Brad and Logan cut of this show, where we just cut out all the real world and just make it a fantasy.
Which is going to start being problematic if he does start bringing his friends into the world, which is going to be dumb, because the sage explicitly said, "Don't be stupid." And what's he done? He's
Wait a minute.
being stupid.
How did he start the episode? By being stupid. He's stupid all the time.
He's just so dumb.
So, during this episode, there was so after he drops the girl back in the real world, they have some sort of break from school conveniently, which means he can go to the
I'm sorry, hang on.
castle.
I like how he was all like, "Oh, it's so dangerous here," but I leveled up almost like immediately to like ridiculous heights. So I don't know, maybe why don't you just do that for her, and then you can go explore now?
Nah, he got stuff to do.
Yes, study for maths. Also, like, the casual, "Oh, the only reason I'm so good at Japanese and English is because of my, like, literally my language skill." And she's like, "What?"
Linguistic conversion skill.
That's the one, yeah. And it's just like, bro, what are you doing? Shut up.
Yeah. There's so many things about this series that bug me, and then there's so many things that I'm like, bones. It's got bones, you know. There's structure here, but it's on such a base level that it's covered over by all the rubbish that they keep putting on top of the bones.
Admittedly, I actually did have a few chuckles like in this episode. There was some pretty.
This episode was bearable. It's way more bearable than the previous episodes because it was a much bigger cast.
Yeah,
there was more people on screen, and Yuya didn't speak much.
Well, we'll see. Okay, the bit that I actually that got me first was when he went through the merchant. Like the whole fish out of water thing. That's all they need to do for Yuya, is just have him being like, "Oh,
Yeah,
lol,
stock
was
standard."
like, it was very generic, sure, but it was kind of funny. Like,
That was the exact same scene that they did in the Cooking in Another World.
really?
I'm not shitting you. He even did it with Pepper. It's the
Yeah,
exact
actually,
same scene.
you know what? I actually remember Jack telling me.
Yeah, and this is a part of my
And
theory. This
when
is
I
a
was
part of my
watching
theory.
it, I was like, "Oh, this must be the one that Jack was telling me about." But no, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It's not. Sorry, what was your theory?
Well, I was going to go through the episode first.
Oh, right. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I'm your theory. Yep, I got you.
Yeah. There's a sequence in there with the bad guy as well, which I think was before he got to town.
Was it?
And
No,
I
I
love
think it was. I
how
think it was after the guild
it was after.
merchant dude. It was
Okay.
in that interim, I think.
Yeah, in that little interaction there. But the stupid thing is, right? The guy wears a mask. Everybody who works for him knows who he is.
I think it's. I think he's disfigured though, bro. I think that's what it is.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
He's not trying to hide his identity because
I don't think so. Everyone knows who
yeah,
he is.
yeah. Okay. So it's there for dramatic effect.
Yeah, like the okay. I know what okay. So we glossed over the first scene with the king. The it was the scene with the king, then it was the prince that's trying to kill the king, and then it was Yuya doing the merchant thing.
Okay. Okay. I kind of glossed over that because I may have been cooking at the time.
The scene with the king
and
was him confronting the assassin.
oh yeah, I kind of cut
I,
in between that. Yeah.
I love how unhinged he is.
Yeah. Like, and not just that little bit unhinged. He has been turned up to 10.
He reminds me of a character that would be voiced by Vic Mignogna in the 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah, just
And
way over the top.
Like Maka's dad from Soul Eater, the dad from friggin' Oran High School Host Club, like the real overbearing father that it sees all other men as a threat because it's almost weird daughter con. Is that the term?
No.
You know what I mean though? It's like the like the sister con where it's like the brothers are obsessed with the sister, but it's the fathers are obsessed with the daughter.
Yeah.
It's like borderlining on like a weird
incestuous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Why is that so prevalent? I also
it is a medieval time and they actually did stuff like that.
I know, but I actually really want to check out the sister one because the animation looks freaking amazing.
Oh, that's right. That happened in Berserk.
What?
It happened in Berserk.
What? The incest or amazing animation? Because I know that didn't happen in Berserk.
The incest thing.
Oh. Yeah, it happens in Game of Thrones as well.
Yeah.
Like I get that it's relevant to the time period, doesn't mean that it's less gross.
Oh no, I'm not trying to support it in any way. I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just saying it was a sign of the times.
Yeah, but they even touch on it in Heavenly Delusion too. No one's doing it, but they touch on it.
Yeah, because of the times, you know.
Because of the times.
Yeah.
The apocalyptic future.
That's right. Got to keep humanity going.
Got to keep the bloodlines pure. That's how bloodlines work, right?
Depends on how disfigured you want your children.
I am the peak of humanity, therefore nepotism at its finest.
It'll all work out.
I'm gonna change the title to of this episode to nepotism.
Yeah, so we see the father confront the assassin, and then he's like, "Oh no, she's cool," and then we see the brother.
Plotting again.
Plotting in a dark room again.
So and then he laughs, and the candles go out when he's
It's so
flying.
dramatic. And then he's goofing in town selling pepper. Why pepper? Why would he have pepper in there?
Because spices in medieval times are expensive.
Anything in medieval times is expensive.
Also, I thought he was going to sell, any of the monster parts that he's been harvesting.
Oh, well, yeah, that would have made sense if he had pulled out the sleep sheets that he got and sold those instead. Or it's just the reason it was done is because it was done in another series. That's why it was done.
I'm just like skipping 5 seconds ahead, and I'm not even kidding. I'm probably give me a sec.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm gonna be super careful about this. There we go. All right.
Just screenshot.
Well, yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Full screen it.
What are you showing me?
Look at how little is animated in these 5 seconds.
It's 2 frames.
These little dudes don't move at all. They are a part of the background.
And this is the biggest, issue we have with this series is the little amount of effort that's gone into such a vast majority of the show. And then you get these little moments of animation in there that are they're mediocre. They're half good. And then you go back to 2 frames for a conversation. It's like
they literally
open shut.
His arm and the guild dude looking up. Like, that's it.
Oh man, it hurts. It really does hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we a lot of time at the merchant. Actually,
well, they did. Yeah, because they had to, try and ground something, the value of money and all that sort of stuff.
Which I'm a bit of a nerd for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of people are. A lot of people want that world building effort to put into it. And then we finally make our way to the castle, don't we?
Yeah.
This is where the actual fun starts.
Yeah. Which, mind you, where we've only got 5 minutes left of the episode, including the end credits. This is it.
Wow, really?
Episode, yeah, this is it. Time marker 17. They're getting to the castle.
Because that last sequence with the king could have been stretched out to be the whole episode.
It was great.
If animated correctly. But I feel like they're just not putting the right characters in at the right times, and they're missing opportunities.
I told you the king was going to be good.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of faith in it. I felt like he was a little bit over the top, but now that I see him in action, I'm just like, okay, this is starting to become what I thought it might have been. So here's my theory.
All right, shoot. Tell me your theory.
Here's my theory. My theory is this is actually a parody.
I still think you're being too generous.
I know. It's just it's a bad parody, but it's a parody. And the only reason it feels weird and awkward is because the only person who doesn't know it's a parody is Yuya.
And the author.
Well, I don't know if the author's intentionally doing it or unintentionally doing it. If they're unintentionally doing it, that would explain why it's so sloppy. If they're intentionally doing it, they don't know what they're doing. they're trying to do something that they don't understand. So to do a parody, everybody's got to be on board, and it's got to be wholeheartedly thrown in. You can't just half-ass it. You can't have, give everything to this person and not have him, take it for a ride, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's what it's missing. It's missing Yuya taking this stuff for a ride and actually utilizing it
It's
and being a
really
little bit
weird
greedy.
how much he's physically changed, but that's it.
But that was kind of the point.
Like there is no actual growth or change. He's so stagnant.
Yeah. Because he was already stagnant. If you look at the character, he was stagnant. He was locked into the position. He had resigned himself to be who he was. And physically changing and being provided options hasn't changed that. He's still that exact same stagnant, not moving, not shifting character. Whereas everybody around him is moving and shifting and manipulating and doing all these over-the-top things. And he's just like this fart in the corner.
There's 2 million copies in circulation.
There must be something in it that's connecting with people.
Oh wow! Actually, that's not okay. I'm on Wikipedia, and there was a free to play MMORPG browser game, same title. Wow, actually, no, it's longer. I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world to parallel universe.
What?
Actually, it was announced in March this year, so it hasn't even launched yet.
Wow, they're really pushing this thing.
Yeah. And yeah, when I hovered over browser game, it gave me something that looked real nasty.
It's a browser game.
I was like, ew.
Yeah.
What's G123? I've never heard of that before. Oh, it's because it's a Japan thing.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the episode? Besides the usual.
It honestly, yeah, like it's a solid.
This episode felt more like a parody than the previous ones.
It's a solid 4 out of 10 when they're in the fantasy world.
Yeah. And 0 when they're in the real world.
It's just shite. Absolute shite.
Yep. But the fantasy world is starting to grow on me a little bit.
Yeah. And I hate it because I hate it so much.
I hate it. I hate everything about it. It's just because we've been watching so much of it.
Is it like the sunk time fallacy? Is that what it is? Are we starting to like it because we're like 11 episodes in now? Actually, yeah. Is it meant to wrap up soon?
Yeah, the next episode should be the last one for the.
Is it 12 or 13?
Could be one or the other.
It usually tells us on this website. 13.
13. Okay, so we've got 2 more. We've got 2 more. 2 more. Then we're gonna have to find something to hate.
That's doable.
Yeah. Sure, we can find something.
Still baffling how high my anime score is. It's still at a 7.4.
Yeah.
That just man. I also really liked how he was. Well, I didn't like it. I hated it. It was the whole scene with her in the other world where he's like pouring his heart, and we actually got a tiny little modicum of like character growth, even though it was like really.
It was minuscule. It was literally 5 seconds.
And she just didn't give a shit.
No, she shut him down.
She was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's go explore." Because I don't know, bro. Why would anyone care about your problems? You've just shown them a parallel universe.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. Don't come in here and open up to me and expect me to pay attention to you.
Yeah, well,
There's
you'd
literally
pity
a
party.
dragon flying by over there.
Also, you've just told me that both of these animals are from here. You've done magic in front of me. Oh, a game interface? That's weird. Yeah, whatever, Yuya. You can. I'm staying here, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, nah. All of that interaction, just nah.
It's dumb. We could make this better.
Also, yeah. What was the point of bringing her there, or having just
No, the whole situation was useless.
because she then just goes back home and isn't involved in the rest of the episode, which she could have been.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
was
they could have
no
had fun
reason
with that.
why. There was
And
no reason why they couldn't
maybe
have.
they expanded more on it in the book. Maybe there's more in it than what we're seeing.
Lean into the harem. Like,
Yeah,
if he had have
this
actually,
is the thing. They keep teasing the harem,
they're
but
not
they never
leaning into
actually put it
anything.
in.
They're not
just-
leaning into any of it.
They're just
like,
giving us tropes. They're just like, here's a trope,
throwing
here's a trope,
shit
here's
at
a
the
trope.
wall
Nothing
like,
sticking.
because they're not letting it.
It's rubber
It's like
shit. They're throwing rubber
like
shit at a wall.
They've literally just gone to the wall, rubbed it in Vaseline, and then are trying to throw stuff at it and see what sticks. But they're not giving anything the chance to because they rub Vaseline on it.
And that Vaseline is the movement of the story. They just keep pushing it, and never stopping or taking time or actually breaking down what they've got.
How much more interesting would that entire scenario at the merchant?
Yes.
At the when he's walking through the city, when he's traveling, when he's going to the goddamn castle with the king, the whole interaction with the kings. How much more interesting would that have been with two Outworlders?
Yeah,
it would
someone
have
experiencing it for the first time. But they're both experienced it for the first time because he hasn't been there either.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
But also it would have juxtaposed. That's not a word.
No, it is a word. We just made it. That's how
juxtaposed. Between the friggin' otherworldly harem that he's got, and like there would have been a bit more conflict between the two girls that are already swooning over him in that world versus the one that's in the real world. Like, again, missed opportunities. I don't understand what they're doing. I don't want to let them cook because they don't have any culinary skills.
So we also forgot to mention, how long did he travel to get to the kingdom?
It was like multiple days or some shit.
Yeah.
Which didn't he need an entire, like, he needed to use Golden Week to get there last time?
Yeah.
It was 2 days off this time or something. I don't know. It's so inconsistent.
The time is just so out of whack on this thing. It's ridiculous.
It's all over the place.
Yeah. Yep. There's no consistency. It's a really poorly done parody.
That is the consistency, that there is no consistency.
Just keep throwing that shit. Something will stick. Surely enough. Enough of this. Enough.
Two more. And I'm calling it now. We're getting a second season.
Of course we are. People love it.
And the production value is so cheap.
And they're not even waiting to let the shit stick to the wall. They're actually underneath with their mouths open, waiting for it to drip off. Sorry, that analogy was horrible.
Why is it so popular?
Because they're eating all the shit.
If you hate yourself, it's worth a watch.
If you want to see something that's worse than your life in action, if you've got a terrible life, this will make you feel better.
It's nothing but wish fulfillment.
It's not even that a lot of the time because he doesn't wish for any of it.
No,
he doesn't want it.
It's wish fulfillment for audience.
I don't want it. Nobody wants it.
Clearly they do, Logan.
Oh, it all feels so awkward and uncomfortable.
It's been a
Everything is
long
so
it's
uncomfortable.
been a long time since we were chillins with, like, you know, school problems, and we
Yeah.
wanted to be whisked away and not work for anything and have everything handed to us in a silver platter.
I still want that.
I want that part. Are you kidding? I would love to go to another world and get absolutely shredded and come back and be
Overnight.
like, yeah, and be like, oh, everything I've always wanted, infinite money and infinite abs.
And a contract to be a swimsuit model.
I don't
What?
want that.
No, I don't want that either. But it was
Also,
being
actually,
thrust upon him. That's what I'm
how
saying.
it
All this
opened. I
stuff.
forgot. That's how it opened.
We forgot about the crazy producer lady.
Yeah.
The photos.
What is going on with that?
I don't
Why
know.
is it even
The
remotely
real-world side
relevant?
story.
So weird.
It'll become relevant.
Will it?
No.
I was really hoping that was his mum and that there was going to be some toxic bullshit coming into it. But nope, just more shit thrown at the wall.
Yeah.
More bullshit.
Righto. We better get
but
out
anyway,
of here.
yeah, I've been Brad.
And I've been Logan.
Make sure to share us around and like the video, do all the YouTube stuff, feed that hungry algorithm all the shit that doesn't stick on the wall for cheat skill.
Just let it drip off.
Just feed that algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you next week for our 50th episode. Dude, can you believe it?
50!
That's how old
Great.
I feel today. All right. Bye.
See ya.